Hi everyone. Have you ever experienced a toxic friendship, but you didn't realize it was toxic until it was too late? Well, today's OP shares her toxic friendship story. It's from the subreddit EntitledPeople, and it's titled The Shenanigans of My Entitled Ex-Friend. Here we go. Celebrating 2 years no contact with an ex-friend of mine, Emma, and figured this would be a good sub to share the story of our friendship. Emma was a victim of bullying, so I became her only school friend. Her parents love-bombed me, buying me lots of gifts, calling me Emma's savior, and lecturing me about needing to always support her because she was bullied, and etc. I didn't know better at 13 years old that I was essentially being groomed to be Emma's carer. I also met Kate, who was Emma's childhood friend, and we became a cute group of 3. But by college, I realized Emma was falling far behind in maturity. Her mom would ask me to help her poor Emma with basic things like catch the bus with her or drive her, even though she could drive. Even when it was inconvenient for me, like when I moved out of my home and lived an hour away, her mom will still try to guilt me. It became a one-sided friendship, so to help Emma grow up, I started teaching her and asking her to do things on her own. But the problems grew. The travel story. We traveled with my new college group, and they politely asked me not to invite Emma again. We nearly missed flights and other deadlines because she wandered off to call her mom and get lost. She loses things, gets scammed, or randomly start unpacking her luggage in public. She always needed help, and it was stressing me out 24/7. She never pitched in for the Ubers or food. The hotel mixed up the rooms, 3 people stuck with a single bed, and Emma got 2 king beds to herself. And she refused to swap, which caused further drama. She even interrupted and tried to third wheel my one date night with my SO. She had been with us every other meal, leaving endless missed calls, pestering for our location, and wanting me to pay for her Uber to meet us. I cried many times that trip, and my SO admitted he dislikes how Emma treats me. By the end of the trip, Emma was still oblivious, insisting my stress was caused by being too uptight. Her birthday. For her 25th birthday, she invites me and Kate to a dinner, but last minute books a 5-star hotel room to stay overnight and asks us each to pay. I declined, saying I already have plans before the dinner and the day after. Kate DM'd me privately, saying this is really important to Emma. It'll mean a lot if we did the hotel. Just pay and we'll do things differently next time. So I gave in and paid. During dinner, Emma is unimpressed by my gift that's just a Chanel lipstick. And when it was time to pay the bill, Emma says, "You guys pay between the 2 of you. I'm the birthday girl." Annoyed, I said we should have discussed this beforehand, and they both turned on me like, "You should know the birthday girl never pays." While they went to other bars, I faked feeling sick and went back to the hotel room, calling other friends and my SO for support. That's when I decided to stop being friends. I left first thing in the morning for another event, upsetting both Emma and Kate because they expected me to drive them home. My birthday and the end. I hadn't spoken to them for months, but they eventually reached out wanting to celebrate my birthday. The event was surprisingly well until the bill. I don't drink, but they went through 2 bottles of wine and cocktails. Emma wanted me to pay. "You invited us out. You're the birthday girl treating us to a night out." Hypocrite. And they're the ones who asked me out. We eventually agreed to pay food 3 ways, and they pay for their own drinks. But Kate's card declined, and Emma never paid, so she forgot her PIN. I ended up paying. Kate transferred me immediately, but Emma didn't. And so began The final chapter. For weeks, Emma kept dodging my question to pay me back for dinner and some concert tickets she also owed. I even sent my bank details again and started giving deadlines like, please have this done by tomorrow. Her responses would be like, hey, how was your weekend? Or just leave me on red. The audacity. I eventually called Emma asking why she can't pay me back. She admits she doesn't know how to transfer money. We walk through it together, but she never makes the payment. I chase her up again on text, and I'm left on red. Ghosted. I ask Kate for help, and she says, that's weird. She always pays me back. That hurts to hear. I chased up Emma again a few days later. Left on red again. I had enough. I sent her both concert tickets and told her to go with her sister because I'm not doing this anymore. Emma immediately pays me. It took almost 2 months and threats. She made all these excuses. I'm tired. I don't check my phone. You don't know how hard it is to be a receptionist. OP is a lawyer. You expect so much from me. This outburst has come out of nowhere. I can't believe you're punishing me, etc. I sent her a long text about everything I had bottled up, including the travel story, her birthday, my birthday, being taken for granted, etc. And then I asked for space. Kate calls me angrily and demands I apologize for hurting Emma's feelings. I said no. I'm not apologizing for this, and I like for both to not contact me. A few days later, Emma sends me this big text. She apologized, but then accused me of being inconsiderate, controlling, and impatient. She justifies never making an effort by saying she's a guest to events and trips away, while I'm apparently in charge. She then says this is all my fault because I should have been clearer and basically nagged her more to make an effort, plan, pay, etc., and that I should apologize for hurting her and causing drama. She ends her text passive-aggressively with, since you're so hung up about this and need me to make more effort or whatever, I'll plan the next thing. Let's do tomorrow. Where do you want to go? I'll book. Instead, I asked for a month of no contact and she left me on red. A month passes and I get another angry text from her. It's been a month and 1 day now. Why haven't you reached out? I said, I'll book this time. Stop hiding. We need to meet up and fight it out. I declined and said that the break helped me realize I'm happier keeping our distance for now, and I wished her well. Her and her family all immediately blocked me on social media, and that was it. Obviously, I'm well aware of the mistakes I've made. My boundaries were not strong enough. I fell for the love bombing and shouldn't have felt so guilty saying no, but now I know and never again. Now the OP does provide an edit, so let's get to it. Edit. This is for anyone interested in the full hotel story. Emma got a room with 2 king beds while 3 girls from my college group got stuck sharing a single. Everyone else were couples with double bedrooms, so obviously the hotel got the keys mixed up for Emma and the 3 girls. Emma was oblivious at first. Aw, sucks for them, but my room is amazing. It's massive with a dining table and kitchen. It got awkward and I explained that we needed her to swap rooms. She didn't understand, like, why my room? So I had to spell it out for her a few times. She refused to swap because she wanted the space and the kitchen. I then negotiated that the 3 girls could share her room and she didn't want to share with girls she didn't know well. I tried maintaining my composure. She had been getting on my nerves all day, and at this point the 3 girls showed up to negotiate with Emma too. They noticed I was getting agitated and that Emma wouldn't budge, so they said forget about it. They'll talk to the hotel about upgrading their room. After, my SO even offered to take the sink room so that Emma and I could share our own room, which was an immediate no from me, especially since I was so irritated with her. Well, turns out the hotel was completely booked out because it's near a huge sporting stadium. The 3 girls and I spent an hour downstairs with the hotel manager and we eventually found out one of the couple's room also had a sofa bed that could be set up. The couple agreed to swap rooms, leaving them with a single bedroom, and the hotel added a spare single to combine it and create a double. But the hotel was short-staffed because they were fully booked and said we have to wait till tomorrow to set it up. I can't remember what the sleeping arrangements end up being that night. However, people observed her over the trip and word got around about the room drama, so they obviously developed opinions about her. When Emma and I argued about my birthday, I mentioned this hotel drama to her, how it wasn't fair to the three girls and other things like never paying or pitching in. She asked if the whole group knew about what happened, and of course I said yes. She then got angry at me, texting in all caps, accusing me of character assassination, and that I gossiped to try to ruin her reputation, which is not true. She did this to herself by refusing to negotiate with the other three girls and refused to make any effort. Wild. Wow. Let's see what some of the commenters have to say. First commenter says, takers and givers in the world. The issue is when you are a kind person and you run up against someone who is a taker, you always give them grace thinking they aren't doing it on purpose. Then after far too long, you realize this is only going to work one way. Hey, at least you learned the correct lesson in the end. That's all that matters. I agree. That's true. At least you learned your lesson. You got out of this toxic friendship. And then another comment says, I hope her parents enjoy her. They may be stuck with her for years. It is their responsibility to raise moral adults. And then a follow-up commenter says, treat your child like they never grow up and you'll only end up with an adult who never did. And then a follow-up after that was, yeah, that doesn't work. The reason is that the parents never made her be responsible in the first place. The OP does respond back by saying, I hear from mutuals that the parents are still stuck with her. They're probably still in denial, calling me the villain and blaming the world too. Yeah. One final comment. That shiny spine looks good on you. I agree. At least you stood up to those entitled people. I can't believe Emma would be so entitled to think that when it's her birthday, that her friends that she invited out has to pay. But when it's their friend's birthday, then she is saying that I don't have to pay. You're the one who invited me out, but that's not how it worked. So it's like you can't have your cake and eat it too. Oh, these type of people are just so frustrating and annoying, and eventually it's going to catch up to them and they'll never grow up until they get hit hard with a life lesson. Anyways, have you guys ever encountered a toxic friend like Emma? I would love to hear about it in the comments section. And remember, if you like these type of stories, to continue to like and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later.